And we are live. Welcome back to Pistons Jack Fan Reacts, where we're going to chat through another heartbreaking loss for our favorite team, the Detroit Pistons, who were robbed of the opportunity to have three free throws to either tie the game, win the game, or if Tim Hardaway Jr. somehow missed all three, they would still lose. But, I think Tim is knocking down at least two of those. And I think I'm rightful to say we were robbed of the opportunity to level up this series and be feeling a lot different than what we are right now. But I'm sure everyone on the stream is going to want to talk through that final missed call, no call, robbery, whatever you want to call it. But before we get to it, I can already see we've got Prince, Matty, Chris, Devin. Everyone's going to want to join. So we will cycle through people. I think it works best when we bring up one at a time. So everyone should have a few minutes to 5 minutes at least to get their thoughts off. And the aim of this is for everyone to get their emotions out, say what you want to say. Try not to swear, but if you need to, I'm not going to be too mad after today. But yeah, let's get through this, get the bad vibes off us, the frustration. And then hopefully by the end of this stream, we can all be feeling positive and good about this team heading into game 5. Because honestly, people might think I'm like glazing the team, but I really think they can win game 5. I believe in them. But we'll talk through game 4 first. So I think my man Matty was first. And then I think we had Prince, Devin, and then I'll get to Chris. So we'll try my best to get through everyone. So if for some reason you need to leave early or something, send a message in the chat and I'll try to get you up really quick. But let's bring up Matty. My guy.
Hey, what up, Jack?
Oh, man.
Man, what up?
We're feeling, yeah,
Yeah, that
tough.
sucked. Tough loss,
I mean,
honestly.
man, my day started awesome seeing you
Right,
before
right.
the tip off, seeing you again.
Man.
But yeah, get your thoughts off, man.
Well, love the crowd today, that's for sure. The vibes were high. We were down early, battled back, and man, that missed call. That freaking missed call. Which was one of many throughout the game, to be honest, but yeah, that was just the worst.
I think for me, like, it's, like I had a lot of fans, even Pistons fans, being like, nah, the Pistons lost the game, turnovers, they were up 9, rah, rah, rah. I get that.
Right, right.
But the Pistons were down 1 point at that stage.
Yeah.
That is the most blatant foul. And for anyone that's missed it, it was the pool report, last 2-minute report. It was a missed call. It should have been a foul. We should have got 3 free throws. So
Right.
this is a playoff game. Like, I understand they blew a lead, whatever, but we should have had 3 free throws. And I don't know about you, Matty, but I think Tim Hardaway is making at least 2. And if you want to say,
For
oh,
sure.
he's only going to, like, at worst, we should be going to overtime if he chokes a little bit and only makes 1. Like, it's just,
Right.
it's so hard to get around this. Like, it's
And it's
so
between
frustrating.
last games, over and back, and now this is just like ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Terrible.
I know. It's like we lost last game by 2 points and we lost tonight by
Yeah.
1 point. And man,
That's
it's
why
just
when
like
you
the
say we
crowd.
could win game 5, I think we could, because all these games have been close.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No, exactly. It's tough.
Yeah. This is probably the toughest loss, one of the toughest losses I've experienced in a long time, that's for sure. Man.
Man, I mean, in terms of being in person, I haven't had a lot of experience, but that's the worst one because game 3
Right.
was like, it kind of felt like we were like probably shouldn't have won game 3, but they
Right.
rallied. But tonight was like, that just feels like something was genuinely stolen from us. And like you
Yeah,
said, the
for real. There
crowd
should be
was,
that we should be going back to New York tied.
we should, man. And it's
Man.
like, it's going to be tough. I believe in them,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
gonna be
just like
tough.
but it's just like it should be 2-2. But like you said, Matty, the crowd was awesome. It was nice to have a
Yeah, for
chance
real.
as a crowd to have a lead for a little bit and really get around the team, because game 3 were always clawing back the whole
Yeah,
game.
clawing back. Yep.
So it was
But
awesome for the crowd. Awesome experience, but yeah.
yeah, terrible way to lose. The crowd didn't want to leave. We were like, "Where's the call?" No one left. It was like, man, yeah, that was
Exactly,
crazy.
man. Everyone I ran into after the game was just like, it was so weird. No one wanted to leave the game. Everyone was
Yeah,
everyone was like waiting for the ref to like an announcement or
we
them
thought they were
to,
reviewing something, or
yes.
just crazy.
And it's like, then everyone just stood there and was like, and the Knicks are kind of half celebrating, then they're fully celebrating. It's like,
Yeah,
is it really how a playoff game is going to be decided? Such an amateur, pathetic way to end a game. Why?
right.
I'm sure. I hope someone might correct me, because I'm not the best with the rules. But why can't the referee review that like they did in the Nuggets game last night? Why can't we take a
Yeah, I
second to
don't
go? Let's
understand
make
that yet.
sure, because I can't think of a bigger type of moment to use the review system when it's a playoff game. Like, so,
Right. Yeah, just a terrible way to lose. Like, we should have definitely had that game
yeah,
for sure.
absolutely. But any other thoughts, Matty? I feel like I've
Man, I don't know,
spoken
just
too
kind of
much. I
shell
want to,
shocked still. It's like, man,
yeah,
to be there, and it was like the crowd was so good, and we were so into it, and just like I really thought we were gonna pull this one off. But
yeah. It's
yeah,
sad. It's sad. I think today we can. It's hard. Like I just got home and I quickly had something to eat before we got on here, and I almost kind of forgot how that game ended. And then as I was just getting ready for this, I was like, "Oh man, I feel sick. I feel sick.
yeah, for real. It's just this one was tough. This one was really tough.
Really tough, man." Well,
Yeah.
maybe to wrap up our little spot with yourself, talk us through how you're feeling for Game 5 and maybe the rest of the series.
Uh Man, I'm hoping we can win game 5 so we can bring it back home for one more, honestly. But
Yeah,
either way, I'm proud of this team. I'm proud of how they did. They fought all night. They were down double digits at one point. We fought right back, took control of the game, and yeah, it was sucked to lose like that. It just sucked.
it does, and I'm with you. I think we can win at MSG. It's going to be really, really tough. I hope that they can not let this like feed into anything with Game 5, and come out and I hope they can just start Game 5 well, because at
Yes,
LCA,
for once, for real.
those
Man.
first quarters were brutal.
And Asar, it
But
was kind of tough to watch Asar tonight in a lot of different plays. Like,
mm,
just throwing the
yeah,
ball away, unforced, stuff like that. Like, we did not need that.
I know the turnovers were brutal. They were brutal.
Brutal, for real.
It's growing pains. It's growing pains. But look, Matty, I appreciate you, man, jumping on.
Yup.
It's been
Yup. It's good to see you,
absolutely
bro.
awesome. It's awesome to see you before games 3 and 4, man.
Right.
My light's gone out, but appreciate you,
Man, you're
bro.
like a straight up celebrity. You got the biggest crowd around you now. It was crazy.
Oh no, my man. Yeah,
And
it's really nice.
congrats on
I love
throwing the first pitch, too, man. That was dope as hell.
it. Thanks, bro. It was a
And the
pretty
Tigers
trash
got the
pitch,
dub for
but
you, too.
they did.
It's all good. It's all good. But
Appreciate you,
all right,
brother.
Jack, I know you got a few people, brother. Uh,
Yes, sir.
I'll probably see you for next fan react. Let's hope that's a W. Straight up.
Let's go, man. Let's
Let's
go. Good
go.
vibes. Appreciate you,
Yep.
Matty. Enjoy your
All
Sunday.
right, Jack. Yep. Go Pistons.
Got you, man. All right, let's bring up Prince now. And Austin, I did just see your message. Actually, Austin just wants to jump on for 30 seconds. I'll just bring him up just so he can get his take off. Austin, bro.
Hey man,
Far
just
away.
really quick. Sorry, I know you're about to bring him up. First off, I got this. So
Yes. Yeah.
want to say appreciate that. Tough
Of
game.
course, man.
But yeah, all good vibes going into Game 5. So
Absolutely,
that's all I
man.
wanted to say.
Appreciate you.
So
No, appreciate you, brother. Hope you're
yeah.
doing
All
well.
right. Cool.
That was Sorry, just with the baseball, that was funny. AJ came up to me. He's like, "Can you sign a baseball?" And I don't think he knows that we know each other. And he goes, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's for
Well, I was
Austin."
telling him, I kind of
Yeah,
told him, I was like, man, I was a little disappointed I couldn't be there to kind of do that whole thing with
yeah.
you. So, but no, I appreciate
Hey,
it. So, hey, good vibes for Game 5, man. Appreciate you.
let's go, Austin. Appreciate you, brother. We'll chat soon.
Yeah, see ya.
See you, man. All right. Just before I bring up Prince, my Wi-Fi, I keep getting shown like one bar on the stream. I just want to know if in the chat, is everything coming through okay? At least like you can hear me properly. But we're gonna bring up Prince now.
How you doing, Jack?
Prince, my man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better. Um, it was a great game though. I can't even lie. Like that ending was terrible, but I really have nothing to say like any negatives about the game other than that. I mean, like this has been such a Wait, first, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, you're coming through perfect for me.
Yeah, I got some new headphones for the what's the name for the podcast. But yeah, I just think it's been a great game. Everybody like really showed out. And I mean, whether it was K, B-Ball Paul, Tim Hardaway Jr., and even Malik Beasley, I feel like and Tobias Harris, that's gotta be like the best player today. But like everything went so well today. And even though the first and second quarters weren't that good, I feel like we had a really great game. And within everything, even though we lost, I feel like we had a really great team today. There was no negatives. We all worked towards a positive goal. And yeah, that's how I feel.
I love it, man. I agree. I thought when things weren't going well at all for our team, Tobias was the one guy who really just could actually get anything going on offense. So really proud of him, especially after him kind of struggling in game 3. Awesome to see Malik hit some threes. Um, like I think the one thing is the turnovers, but outside of that, they played so hard. Like I think like when I'm at the stadium in there, like you weirdly get to see more, but I think I also miss stuff on the court more because I'm just not watching it on TV. But from what I saw, some of the turnovers were bad, like Asar, Kate had a couple, but they still set themselves up to win that game against a really good Knicks team, a much more experienced Knicks team, at least with their star players. So it's heartbreaking, but it's hard to be really mad at our team. I find that a little bit unfair if anyone's super like frustrated with the team and the players because I thought they worked really hard and they should have had a chance to win that game with at the free throw line.
Mm-hmm. I think within everything, we did great. And I just feel like the turnovers were kind of bad, I guess. But yeah, we just need to work on our turnovers. We need to work on like how we move the ball and having that same fast pace, keeping up with the Knicks. And even though it ended how I didn't expect it to end, and I definitely did think that was a foul, I feel like we did great. And hopefully we can come Game 5 in Madison Square Garden with the same energy and hopefully win that game. But even if we don't, I feel like it's been a great team. It's been a great season. And I feel like next year we can come back with even more.
I agree, man. I agree. It's been like I was just saying to my girlfriend when we were in the Uber on the way home, I'm like, that absolutely sucks. But that was a like apart from the first half, a really fun, good game. And like I just feel like our guys are learning so much. So yeah, it's tough. It's a game 5 is gonna be fun. Like I'm hoping Cade figured something out in that second half. To get back to where he was because he kind of struggled in the first half and just figure out if he can like shake Ananobi a bit more and come out in game 5 and start really well. But
Mm.
yeah, man. Any other thoughts?
Any
Oh,
other
and sorry,
thoughts?
we have to say on the stream. I know I've got my days mixed up, but it was your birthday yesterday. Am I right?
It was my birthday yesterday.
So
Yeah, I had a really great
happy birthday
birthday.
to you.
Thank you, thank you. I had a really great birthday. I turned 14 and I was really hoping
14.
for
Oh my
yes.
god. Bro, I swear you get younger every time you come on this stream. I think you're like 16.
No. Yeah. Um no. It was I had a great birthday. I got these new headphones and I was like, this is gonna be perfect for Pistons Jack stream so I can actually have some nice audio. And I was like,
That's
thanks. I want to say thanks to I made a really cool Facebook post and I shouted you out in it because like I feel like I couldn't have a better birthday without having like some kind of global kind of impact when it comes to people
yeah,
all around the world and how I can talk about the Pistons. It's really been an honor and a blessing, Jack. And
of course, bro.
yeah, that's I had a really great birthday. And yeah, and I got a whole lot of love from the Pistons Jack community. And yeah,
We love you in the community. And sorry, I don't really go on on Facebook on my Pistons jacket, just like automatically posts from my Instagram. So that's probably why I missed it, my
hmm
man. But you know how much I appreciate you, and we love having you in this community. Even when you're going off about bees after game 3, it's all part of it. And
yeah.
we love having you in here, bro. But
hmm
before I go to my man Devin, do you have any thoughts on the game or just anything in general?
I feel like Tobias Harris, he was really the rock for this game, and I'm glad. Kate Cunningham with 4 blocks, that was such a great stat. And him doing that was just so big, and I love him doing that, you know? Um, I wish I could have seen a little bit of Marcus Sasser in that game when we were like down first, second quarter. Thanks, guys. And I think game 5, I think that's a win, but it's going to be a pretty hard win. I think if anything, we just have to get past the refs before we can get to the players. I feel like the refs really controlled this game, especially when it came down to the end. And I hope we don't see a lot of that for the Pistons anymore. I feel like this is probably one of the Pistons' like worst endings in so long. But hey, you just got to live and learn. And I feel like we can like come back from this next year. And next year we can have an even deeper, better playoff run. But it's still up for grabs. I say Pistons in 7. And yeah, that's about
Yes, I
it.
love it. I love it. What a good way to end your little spot here, bro. Appreciate that. It is
hmm
Pistons in 7. That's what we go with now. We still
Yep.
believe. No one, no one on this stream's given up. Okay, I know that for sure.
Yep.
So, appreciate you, bro. I'm glad you had a good birthday, and excited to have you on the next stream.
hmm Yeah. Thank you so much, man. Together all the time together.
That's right, brother. We'll chat soon. Catch you.
Bye bye.
Bye. Devin, what's going on, my friend?
What's going on, bro? How are
Ah,
you?
man, I'm feeling better now that we're on the stream. We can all get our feelings out. But
Yeah,
it's still a little bit heartbroken. It's gonna take me the night to fully get over that one.
100%.
But yeah, man, this is your chance to get anything off your chest. Maybe some positive stuff, but fire away.
Yeah, man. I mean, definitely got some positiveness. I mean, I think I'm not mad about the effort that we had tonight. I'm just mad about the way we lost. Like
Yeah.
that's just plain and simple. Like my biggest thing. Like I thought, kind of like everyone said, I agree with everyone that went before me. I mean, effort, hustle. First half was kind of wonky, but second half definitely was way better. We definitely showed a lot of fight. I thought defense got a lot better, especially in that third quarter. I think the Knicks, like, I could be wrong, but I don't think the Knicks scored for like 4 or 5 minutes almost. To
Yeah,
start
it
the
was
second
weird.
half.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think you're right.
so I mean, I don't know. I'm just super frustrated with just how we lost. Then literally they admitted after that they made a mistake, and it's like you can't do that during the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, well, like, thanks for telling us that now. But regardless, I totally agree. I think we definitely win game 5. And I'm agreeing with everyone else, man. I think Pistons in 7, man. I think Pistons in 7. I think we got this. I went to the game today, and I mean, my voice is like done today. I
Yeah.
mean, it was wild in there, just like game 3.
It's crazy. I am so exhausted after these
Same.
games. It's like it feels like you've been out there like running around with the team in some way.
Literally.
Like I am so exhausted. And obviously when you win, it's so much nicer than
Right.
when you're exhausted and you're just like, man. But it's I'm with you. They've been in every game, and
Yeah.
it's just they're learning. Some of them are self-inflicted, some
Right.
of them are uncontrollable, frustrating things. But it's just I just find it very hard to be frustrated at any of the players too
Yeah.
much. Like
100%.
and I mean, it will like I will say I hope JB he couldn't challenge that. I found that out. He could even if he had
Right.
his challenge, he couldn't have challenged it because there was no
A
call
call.
there. But
Correct.
I do hope that they can JB can hold on to his challenge for a bit later in the game. Like I said, didn't
Yes.
cost him
Yes.
tonight,
Totally
but
agree.
I think he use it in the first or second quarter on like
First quarter.
an out of
Yep.
bounds call, and it's just like
Yep.
I get it, but I think
I think
yeah,
the score was like 8-10. So I mean, it was like
yeah,
early. Like it was super early.
yeah,
And then he did the same thing in game 3 too. And it's just like this is the
yeah,
playoffs. Like why not save it for at least the fourth quarter? Like I just
yeah,
don't like I don't know. I was super
yeah,
upset with that call too.
yeah. Oh man. Well, what was your because I sort of just sat in my seat for probably 10, 15 minutes.
Same.
What was your yeah.
Um
Yes.
yeah, I mean cuz I think Matt said it. I was just like cuz I was standing for the last like minute of the whole game. I was waiting for like a call or something to be called. So
Yeah.
like I literally was like, what happened? I'm like, is it over? And then my wife's like, I think it's over. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what do you mean? And then like we all just like stood there for like you said, like 10 minutes, and we're like, wait, is it
Yeah.
over though?
Yeah.
So yeah, I did the same thing.
It was so weird. It's like you're just waiting for some confirmation. It's like,
Yeah.
surely this isn't just like that nothing gets said about it. Like it's
Right.
just oh man. That do you know the name of that number 16 ref? Is
Not off
that
the top of my head, I don't.
Tot I think I saw someone in the chat say, "Uh-oh, we could be in for some bad luck because a
I
certain
think it was
referee is
Sarah.
officiating."
Yeah. I think Sarah said
Yeah,
something about it.
I'm wondering if that was him because I was paying attention to him for most of the game, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't think it was rigged. I don't buy into that stuff. Like,
No.
I don't think,
No.
like, I'm not like that. But I just was like watching this guy, some of his calls, no calls. I was like, wow, he was frustrating me. So,
Yeah.
look, anyway, Devin, painful, isn't it?
Very painful. It's gonna ruin my whole
It's
day.
very, I know. It was a weird feeling. I've never been to a Sunday or an afternoon NBA game. It was weird coming outside and
Yeah.
it's like this
So
sunny
sunny out.
afternoon, but I feel so tired and like sad and depressed. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is like the most beautiful day ever, but I'm like, just want to go home and
Yep. Absolutely.
get in my bed. It's a
Yeah,
weird
it is weird
feeling.
like when a game ends at like 4 because it's like normally the game hasn't even started yet. So
Yeah, it's so strange. But I already kind of know your answer, but we've got game 5 in I think every game now is every 2 days. So
yeah,
I know you said Pistons in 7. What would you like to see change maybe in game 5 for Detroit?
I think for sure turnovers. I think
Yeah.
turnovers. Beasley definitely started stepping up the second half, but maybe Beasley hitting some more shots. I think that's honestly, and then saving challenges. I think for JB. I think those three things, and honestly, like I think we're good. Like I would not be shocked. I mean, I predict them to win Game 5, but I would not be shocked at all if we won Game 5 by 10-12. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like I just think we got to make a few adjustments because I mean we literally lost both game 3 and 4 by a total of 3 points. So I mean
Oh, it's
we're in every single game. Like it's not like we're getting blown out every game.
it's
Um, so I think just a couple adjustments there. I would like to see that, and I think that's my biggest thing.
yeah, no, I'm with you for sure. I just so badly even like for the whole fan base, I just want this team to have a chance to win another game in front of their fans in game 6.
Yes, game 6.
I
Yeah,
like obviously I want them to win the series in 7, but at a minimum, I just want to selfishly go to LCA one more time, but also
Yeah.
just like I want, even if I couldn't go, like just for them to have a chance to win the game in front of all the home fans, because the support and the noise, it's been incredible.
Oh yeah,
So we
absolutely.
deserve a win.
Yes, LCA has been absolutely crazy. I went to the playoff game in 2019, I believe it was, but it wasn't even close to how it's been the last 2 games. I mean, I've never in my life, you can't even hear like fouls being called. That's how loud LCA has
Yeah.
been. So I think definitely, big shout out to Detroit and big shout out to the home crowd. It's been incredible.
No, it's been amazing. Absolutely electric. Well, Devin, thanks for jumping on, man. I hope you feel a little bit better after this. And
Thank you, man.
let's get excited for Game 5.
Absolutely, man. We got this. Pistons in 7.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother. Enjoy your
Yep.
Sunday.
Yep. Thanks, bro. You too.
Catch ya. All right, I've got Tom coming up next, and then we'll get to my man Cody. And then after Cody, I don't think we've got anyone. So if you want to come up, we can chop it up for 5 to 10 minutes. But let's bring up Tom.
Oh, Detroit.
Oh man, how you feeling?
Painful loss. Oh man. Well,
Oh,
I'm kind of
first of,
okay now. Yeah. What?
yeah, what time have you been up since? Because I know those 1 p.m. starts are crazy for us.
No, I think it was 2 a.m. here. Yeah, it was 2 a.m. So I woke up at around like 12. And
Yeah.
and I decided if I sleep again, I might oversleep. I just like stayed up just to make sure.
Do,
So I'm having my
do you have to go to
second
work
coffee right now.
today?
Yeah, of course. So after this, I'm gonna take a shower and leave for work. That's crazy.
Oh man. Feel for you. Yeah, man, this
You
is your
good,
chance to
Jack?
rant. I'm okay.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
I'm okay now. Like I vented out a lot on Twitter, so like it kind of helped. But uh, that call was no matter how many times I look at it, I probably looked at it like 30 times or something. But every time I look at it, it gets worse.
I haven't
Yeah.
watched it back. I'm not looking back at anything
Don't,
from this game.
don't. It's gonna
I'm
hurt
moving
you,
on.
man.
I tell you what, tomorrow's like Monday is my first chance where I'm just going to explore Detroit. I'm doing the river walk on the sea. I'm
Wow.
going downtown. I'm doing,
Yeah,
we're gonna go
I did all
enjoy the
that. Like
city.
I walked like for a few hours in the river walk also. Like it's really nice.
Yeah,
Downtown's also nice. They have good food. It's a
yeah.
really good experience.
I'm excited to get my first non-Uber Eats or LCA meal.
Wait, I have to tell you, I kind of like I kind of cheated on you because I went to stream on Deuce, downtown Deuce. He invited me to go up on the stream today.
Oh,
So after the
awesome.
game, yeah, I was there with King. It was a very different experience, like with here. Like they usually
Yeah,
like criticize and talk really more about what could have been done better, what could have been done worse, who should play, who should not play. And yeah,
yeah.
it was a different experience, but I really prefer the experience here.
I appreciate it. No,
All
those two do
positive
awesome work
vibes.
as well.
Yeah,
Well,
obviously, yeah, they're
well,
they're awesome.
no, for sure. And so, Tom, do we even want to talk about game 4?
Nah,
We
nah,
just want
nah. Let's talk about game 5 because we're gonna win that thing.
to,
Because
actually,
we,
I got to ask you one thing about game 4. Sorry.
yeah, sure.
What was your reaction when there was no call? Because
All right, so I was watching it. So I was praying. I was like shaking. I was watching, so I was like, please, please. I really wanted Cade to take the last shot, and which he did. He missed. And at first, when there was a no call, at first I thought there was contact, but I didn't know it was that much contact. So I was like, all right, maybe marginal contact, maybe Tim just missed it. And when they showed the replay on the screen, I was like, all right, I'm sorry, but fuck. Dude, I was so mad. My face was getting so red. I was like swearing in English and Korean. It's getting out of it's getting out of hand. Man, though it's really frustrating. Dude, uh, it's PTSD. Yeah. It's really
uh,
Detroit versus everybody. Like when it was like tweeting, everyone was like, we're used to this shit. Like
yeah.
Detroit, we always get the shorter end of the stick. Like this always happens to us. Tom, just I know you're used to it, but it really hurts. Like a game of this magnitude. Like they really took this game series away. No, the series is not over. But such a big game. We're down 3-1. Oh, okay, all right. I'm getting stressed again.
No, it's if it's a regular season game, you kind of just be like,
Yeah.
it sucks, but you move on. But game
How's the atmosphere
4
inside the arena? Like I heard that
for
people weren't leaving the arena and stuff.
yeah, no, I know, like I sat there for like 10, 15 minutes, just being like, just like devastated. And
I
then
saw a tweet
my
that
man,
people were.
my
Oh yeah.
man, my man Jordan came up to me and he was like, Pistons Jack. I said, I got to teach you how to do this dance. So we're like doing this
What?
dance in the stand. It's like, oh, what's it called? Someone from Detroit will know. You go like this, you go really
Yeah,
slow.
this one, this one.
Yeah. What's it called? I can't... Anyway, so he was
I don't
like
know. Like
teaching me
whenever
that.
Jalen Rose is on camera, he does that.
Yeah. So after like being devastated, like that cheered me up. But I just was sitting in the stand, and then we caught up with the giveaway winner and just did a little post game interview, and then yeah, we just left. But the
I
the
heard.
the,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
the atmosphere was incredible, like incredible. Like that's what I was saying to I think Matty at the start. Like it was so good in that second half to just be like able to cheer while we were in front and had the lead. Because in game 3, it was constantly like just behind and just
Yeah.
like I feel like the crowd didn't get the full chance to get behind the team. But it was amazing. Obviously, at the end, absolutely
Yeah.
sucked. And like you should have seen that number 16 ref immediately. There was like 3 police officers around him on the
Yeah,
court.
I saw that tweet. I saw that tweet.
It's
Like
like
I heard that
it's crazy.
I heard that people were throwing like towels and stuff at the referees while they were
Oh,
exiting the
really?
arena. Yeah,
I
that
didn't
was
see
crazy.
that, but yeah,
Yeah, that
that's
was
kind of crazy.
so a funny tweet was like some our one of our own like Pistons fan was like, all right, that's I don't think that's really good fan behavior. And the tweet before that, which had so many likes, is like the referees were not on their good referee behavior or something. That was hilarious.
Oh man. Well, let's move on, Tom. Let's move on to game
Yeah,
5.
yeah,
What do you
five.
want to see? I asked Devin just before, but what do you want to see change from these games 3 and 4 heading into game 5 and the rest of the series?
Change. I think we just need to bring the intensity from the first half, like how we played in the second half, especially the third quarter. I think the third quarter was probably one of the best quarters I've ever seen throughout this season. It was one of the best. Great defense, great offense. We had pace. We were hitting threes. Cade was on it. I think we need to be like that from the jump. From the jump, like for the past 2 games, we kept trying to catch up from behind. Like that's not. We need to have a good start like from the first quarter, from the jump ball. We have to really push it. In the first half, the Knicks were really the team that kind of wanted it more for me. Like the Pistons were turning it over. The Pistons had 10 turnovers and 8 made field goals at some point in the first quarter. So that was
Yeah.
really crazy. That was really frustrating to see. So I just want them to bring the same energy they showed us in the second half, which they're capable of doing. And and what's that? And as you know, the Pistons, as a young team, we have been improving every single game. And throughout this series, I believe that Pistons have been growing from game 1 to game 2 to game 3 to game 4. And I think in game 5, that growth will enable them to take another game in MSG and bring it back to game 6, which I hope you'll be there. And game 7, we're gonna break the hearts of New Yorkers, break the hearts of
Yeah.
like Spike Lee and Timothy Chalamet. And one thing, sorry, I'm being very talkative right now. Okay,
You're good.
I'm gaslighting my girlfriend to never watch Timothy Chalamet movies ever.
Oh, that's so good. Was he there tonight and Ben Stiller? I was trying
I
to
I
look
I,
out for
I
them, but
I don't think they were tonight, but
yeah.
yeah, they were there game three, game one, two, and three, I think. But yeah, they weren't there tonight. No more
Well.
Timothy Chalamet movies in your life.
Oh, Tom. Well, any final thoughts, my brother, before I get Cody on up here?
Yeah, final thoughts. I'm really happy for you, the treatment you're getting in Detroit. Like, I was so proud of you, like throwing the first pitch, although it was a very bad throw. I'm really proud of like how you're getting the recognition there. Like you succeeding feels like me succeeding, like our chat succeeding, our group feels so good. And don't mind the haters. As I said in the chat, or it's like having haters is a good thing that you're doing something. You're doing something well. Like LeBron James is probably the player with the most haters in the world. So yeah, so you're getting haters. You're doing something good. You're doing something well, and just yeah, let's go. Let's go Pistons Jack.
Pre- That's beautiful, Tom. Thank you. I didn't think I'd ever get compared to LeBron James. You know what? I'll take it. But no, I don't. I deserve to be called out for that pitch. It was absolute trash. So, but no, bro.
At least that's
Love you,
straight.
brother. Love your support, and everyone's support
Yeah.
means everything. So no, thank you, bro. And love having you on here. So
Right.
hopefully we'll be on here after game 5, going crazy like
Sure.
we were after game 2.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll chat soon,
After
bro.
game 6 and
Enjoy
7.
work.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
my God. All right.
Have-
Thank you for having me up here again, as always.
Catch you, bro.
Detroit. Hey
All
guys.
right. See you, brother. All right, let's get my man up. Cody, what is going on?
Yeah, Jack. to Start off, I heard you baseball like a 4-year-old boy out there the other day. Here's your first pitch. It's tough.
Oh, it was. Yeah, we went up confident and left feeling a bit of embarrassment.
Hey, don't add 50 cents. I guarantee it was better than 50 cents.
That's the only
Guarantee it was
consolation I
better
had.
than 50 cents.
Yeah, they were like, at least you kept
50
it. You didn't
As
hit.
long as it's not
They're
worth
like,
the 50 cents, you're good.
yeah, they were like, at least you didn't hit first base. I was like, they're like, some people have done that. I was like, all right, thanks. It does make me feel better, but it shows how bad my pitch was.
It's all good. It's all good. I don't think.
How you been, brother? It's
They're
been
throwing
so
the
long. I
first
hope
pitch.
you're doing well. We've missed you on the streams.
Yeah, dude. Everything health wise is all good. At least for now. We still want more tests to do, but disappointed in today, obviously.
Yeah.
Very
Heartbreaking.
disappointed. And I hate to disappoint everybody else in this chat, but because I know it's been like 3 people in a row coming up saying Pistons in 7. Pistons are cooked. We are done.
I knew
Not
I
getting
knew
back,
you were gonna
not
say
getting back to
this.
Detroit, even though I desperately want to get back to Detroit because that's my birthday. I definitely want to see them play a game on my birthday. But Knicks in 5, I'm 100% sure of it. The Pistons are but what I will say with all that negativity, I'll end on a positive. The Pistons are right there. They're right there. If they had Ivy and Stu healthy for this series, they'd probably win the series. But you're looking at a Knicks team with multiple All-Stars that's healthy. That's the difference right now. Like they have guys with more playoff experience. They have way more All-Stars. They have way more talent. They have 2 really good clutch shot makers. Pistons just don't have. They have the grit, they have the toughness, but they're outmanned and outgunned when it comes to talent right now, and that's okay. I mean, if you were to tell me that before the series started they lost in 5, but every single game was within single digits, I'd be like, that's honestly, because honestly, how I thought this series was going to go, I thought it was going to go 6, but I thought there was going to be a couple games where the Pistons got kind of knocked around and kind of like beat up, and they stole. I figured they'd steal a couple. The fact that they're in every single game is almost as encouraging as going 6, but getting, not quite blown out, but not being in the fourth, like it being very competitive. It's all the same thing to me, honestly.
Yeah, no, I must admit the way that game started tonight, I was feeling like, oh, I hope this isn't like a 20-point like blowout where it's just like kind of over at halftime, because they couldn't have started worse, like honestly. So like you said, they've come back. They're constantly in these games. And like, let's be real, like the shot making from Cat these past 2 games has been incredible. Like, I don't know if I can even be too mad at like
Cat and Brunson.
JD.
Cat and Brunson.
Brunson as well, but like that like Cat, like some of those fadeaways and that 3. Brunson's ridiculous. Like I feel like we know what Brunson is, and he's been awesome. But Cat, maybe I haven't watched enough Cat, but like I was just like some of those fadeaways. I was like, oh my! Like I was next to a Knicks fan, and I was just like to him, like, good game, man. Like those 2 guys are like just tough. Like couldn't even be too mad. I was just like, yeah, they were ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. So if you watch this game, you're like, if we're playing any other team in the East today besides the Heat, maybe the Bucks, but if you're playing the Pacers, Cavs, or Celtics today, you're probably getting beat by 25. Like those teams, like the Cavs or the Celtics, will absolutely 150% make you pay for playing like that for half a basketball game. So like I think it was Duncan tweeted out, if the Pistons were playing a really good basketball team, this game would have been over in the third quarter, but thank God they're playing the New York Knicks. Like the Celtics, Pacers, or Cavs would have blown the doors off us in that type of situation. Like,
yeah.
And that's what, again, I'm not getting too low about any of this, because we're not gonna, no matter, even if we came back and won this in 7, we're getting beat next round. Like there's levels to this, and there's places you have to go. And I keep reminding my buddy who's really down with today. He's like, man, we can win the series. Yeah, I'm like, dude, every single team that's ever won a title pretty much has had to go through some sort of playoff, whether it's heartbreak or like the
Growing pains.
They springboarded to winning a title. Like if you even look at the Celtics, it took them 4 years to make, like 3 years to make the finals, and then 4 years to win a title. Like 4 straight years of getting there, or maybe it was 4 to win the title or get to the finals, and then 5 to win the title. It's hard to win. It's hard to win these 7-game series when you've got really good teams. And the Knicks are, I mean, they're not the best team in the East, but they are still a good team. They're a good basketball team. All this is just learning experience. And I think, honestly, Cade missing that shot is going to be a blessing, because he's going to think about that shot every single minute of the offseason. And that's going to be drilled in his head. Like, I missed that shot. I'm making that shot next time. And it's going to make him work even harder. I think that was my biggest takeaway of the game today, is there's nothing to worry about with Cade long-term as like a playoff player. I think in this series, he's clearly proved that he is either, you could argue, second or third best player in the entire series. You could argue Cat or him. I think Jalen Brunson, despite how much I hate watching that vanilla midget play basketball, has been the best player in the series. I mean, he got 53 fourth-quarter points in 4 games. It's absolutely bonkers. But outside of him, you can argue Cat or Cade, but Cade clearly belongs. Unfortunately, we talked so many times in the stream, and I was thinking about this today, how many times we talked about it, how many times we never got all 3 vets to play in one game. And in this series, there's not been one game where all 3 vets have played well in the same game.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
When you have Sar Thompson out there who can't do anything offensively in the playoffs, which we talked about as well, and you have JD, who's just an energy scorer pretty much. He doesn't have any post moves or anything. Like, you need THJ, Beasley, to be great. You've had games like last game, THJ great, Malik and Tobias terrible. This game, Tobias very good, Tim mediocre at best, Malik outside of that little stretch in the third quarter. So you just haven't gotten the goods from all three guys. I mean, Malik's averaging like 9.5 points this series. That was never gonna be enough.
Yeah,
It was never ever gonna be enough.
well, he's been the second leading scorer. Like, yeah, him dropping off you needed Cade to be like the best version of himself no matter what. But then Malik was, in terms of offense, the second most important player. And he just got it going a little bit in the fourth, but since game one has just struggled to hit anything.
I mean, even in game one, he wasn't very good. I mean, he's like I said, he's literally averaging like 9.5 points this series a game. Like
Didn't he score
it's
like 25 in
no
game one? Or was it
no
THJ? Maybe I'm getting mixed up.
THJ scored 25 in game one.
Oh,
yeah, THJ
okay.
scored 25 in game one. Malik had 12, I believe, in game one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got that mixed
up to this, like, at one point in the game for this series, Malik was 3 of 20 from 3. Like, that's unacceptable. That's 17. No, that's 9%. Like, there's if you came to this series and told me Malik Beasley's going to shoot 16.5% over the first 4 games from 3, I would have told you we got swept. Like, we got swept.
Yeah.
That's what I would have.
No.
Now, obviously, he raised that average a little bit in the fourth, but I mean, to be honest, this isn't the first time he's done it. I mean, looking from the team perspective, he probably cost himself a couple M's, no matter what he did in the regular season, because this is not the first time Malik Beasley has absolutely fell off a cliff in the playoffs. Like, this is not close to the first time.
It's interesting,
but
it's like you kind of said at the start. I think it shows where this roster is right now, with obviously Stu and Ivy not there, but you kind of, once you get to the playoffs, you can't be relying on those 3 to play well every single game to have a chance. So it's going to be really interesting this summer.
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't even need to be. It doesn't even need to be 3, right? You need 2 out of the 3. There hasn't been a single game. Maybe game 1 where Tobias and THJ were both really good, and they should have won that game. They had an all-time meltdown in the fourth quarter in that game. But outside of that, you need 2 of them to click with Cade. You need that, and we just didn't get it, and it's unfortunate and it sucks. But like, the one thing I will say is this series has been vindication for Tobias Harris.
Yeah.
Because outside of game 3, he's been the Pistons' most consistent player. Outside of game 3.
Yeah.
Like, just like when you need him most, when you need a bucket. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. I think Tobias has been.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
Like, no, you keep going.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll let you cook.
I mean, like, if you take away that game 3 where he was in foul trouble pretty much the jump, he's been lights out. I mean, he's averaging, if you take away that game, he's averaging close to 20 points. Like, I mean, what more can you ask from him? I mean, everybody said, "Oh, Tobias is great for the team until the playoffs, then he's gonna shrink." That hasn't happened. I mean, like, ultimately, like, I hate to say it because he was so important for the whole season, but like, a lot of the series falls on Malik not being able to make a clean 3. And then, to be honest, he's not built for playoff, like, basketball, like, defensively. Not a good defender. Like, so many times where he just has to, like, foul because Jalen Brunson, and obviously Jalen Brunson's a tough matchup. Don't get me wrong. It's not like he's guarding some scrub and he's getting blown by. But, like, every time he got switched on to Brunson, you can hear, I just heard Shaq's voice in my head, barbecue chicken. Like, that's what I heard every time. Like, it's just so disappointing that Malik was so good for the whole season, and then he just falls apart in the playoffs. Like, and I don't know. This is a whole other argument, and people can go back and forth on this, but maybe he was a little bit too online for me. I don't like that he's so online sometimes. like constantly tweeting. Like I love the engagement with the fans, but like constantly tweeting at people, constantly doing this, then chirping in the games, not backing it up, making other people cash his checks. Like I don't know. If you can't tell, I'm very PO'd with Malik Beasley this series. I'm not
No,
happy
like it.
at all.
I think if anything, it's just shown like you obviously know this, but that this team is, there's still like the fact that Malik Beasley's been relied upon this heavily is, I think, more of an issue than Beasley's performance long term in the playoffs. But so
my counter would be Jack. He was relied extremely heavily upon in the regular season. So what changed?
yeah, but you've said to me a lot, playoff basketball is a whole lot different than the regular season. And you see the adjustments. That's why Asar, obviously,
yes, but
all of his warts have shown. And he's struggled a lot, whether it's foul trouble or turnovers or just general positioning. So Bees is definitely, like, he would be absolutely devastated.
I guess I just
without
have
his
different
play.
expectations for Nazar Thompson, who I just have different expectations for Asar, who's played, 75 to 80 professional basketball games, and Malik Beasley played almost 1,000 professional basketball games. And
Yeah,
to me, asking Asar to defoul without fending on one of the biggest foul baiters in the league is a lot different than asking Malik Beasley to drain a wide open three. Like,
oh, for
you're
sure.
here for, like, Malik, you're here for one
I'm not
reason.
defending Bees.
Knock down your open three.
Yeah.
That's like
No,
that's
and
it.
that's been
Like,
the crazy thing. He's actually got some really, really, really good looks. Like, it's just they just weren't dropping at all, and it's in his head.
Yeah, that's my biggest frustration. Is and the thing is, they're not even close misses. A lot of them, they're clanked.
Yeah,
He airballed them
Yeah.
from the corner today.
yeah.
Like,
No,
Malik Beasley is airballing wide open threes. What is going on?
I
don't
think
know.
it's
Malik,
it's definitely a mental
I
thing.
sent my friend a voice note, like, screaming about Malik Beasley today. Like, what happened to him? Where did he go? Why is he shrinking? Like, as soon as he airballed that three, I literally jumped. I jumped up on my seat and had to go in the other room because I was so mad. But
Well,
I digress. Either way, all of this is positive. Like, all of this is positive for the players who will be on the team long term. It's all positive.
Well, can I ask you then?
You're losing these games. Oh, go ahead.
Finish what you were saying,
No,
but
I was
once
just
you've
gonna say,
done that,
you're losing these games. I feel like every single time we're just like jumping on each other. So go ahead.
there's a lag. Finish what you're saying, but then I just want to hear what your thoughts are on how they can win Game 5. I know you said it's over, but I just want to hear how they can win 5.
Okay. Okay. So what I was gonna say first is like, these are the type of painful losses that stick with players, and the players who want to get better will get better as a result of these losses. So that's what I was saying to finish my point. How they win Game 5? I hate to make it this simple, but make open shots and don't turn the ball over 75,000 times. Like, and they can win.
Yeah.
I just think now you're fighting such an uphill battle, down 3-1. The Garden is going to be absolutely just juiced to the gills to close this out. I just don't see a way in which, like, I texted my buddy. I said the only way I can win Game 5 is if Cade goes for 35 and 10. By 35 and 10, I don't mean 10 rebounds. I mean 10 assists, meaning he was involved in, like, somewhere between 50 and 60 points scored. I think if Cade goes nuclear, they can get it back to Detroit. But I think the Knicks are going to be feeling so confident, knowing that they probably, like, even though the game was officiated, it was really, there's missed calls for both sides, I think. But I think the Knicks know. I think Josh Hart knows that he fouled THJ. They got away with one. They snuck back to New York 3-1. Like, they got to be on an all-time high right now, and it's going to be very hard to knock them off that pedestal. They're going to be playing free and loose, knowing that no matter what, they get 2 games at the Garden. It's just really, really hard to see how the ending of that game for the Pistons brings up and it brings the Knicks high enough to where it just doesn't. Like, I know there's like a lot of people who say like momentum isn't real, and there's actually studies that say that momentum's a figment of people's imaginations. I don't care. I think it's real. And right now, the momentum's like rolling downhill for the Knicks. I'm hoping they win Game 5 because again, Game 6 would be on my birthday, so I would love to watch the Pistons play playoff basketball on my 30th birthday. Like that would be awesome. But I just don't see it happening, unfortunately, and that's nothing against the Pistons. I'm very proud of them. To be honest, like I said, I think this series has gone pretty close to what I said or how I thought it would actually go. I was joking online a lot, saying Pistons in 6. I really didn't think they were going to win in 6. I texted my buddies a lot, and we went back and forth on it. I actually thought more than likely they were going to lose in 6. But again, I thought it was going to be like they steal 2, they get blown out a couple. So, overall, they prove they belong. So that's all I can ask.
I agree. I think it's prove they belong. Cade, even when he struggled at times, like he's going to be a number 1 guy. I now fully believe that. Definitely some things to work on for him, but I'm not saying the series goes different, but losing Isaiah Stewart halfway through Game 1, like, can't be understated how big of a loss he is, because he's our best defender on Cat. He's our best defender no matter what, but to lose him against the Knicks, who have stretch big in the game, is tough. But like it's still all positive. It's just growing pains. But before I wrap up the stream, Cody, anything else you want to get off your chest, brother? It's been awesome to have you back on here.
Yeah, I do want to respond to Pistons next quick because she's going on me in the comments. Yeah, no doubt. Beasley, again, I said he's being asked to guard Brunson, and that is challenging. He's being asked to guard Brunson at some point. But, like, all season long, Malik Beasley should have been preparing, knowing that he was going to play big minutes in the playoffs and actually have to play defense. I'm not buying that as an excuse. Like, yeah, the regular season, you can get away with taking nights off on the defensive end because the other team actually take. This is a freaking playoffs, dude. This is what these players work their entire lives for, these games. I'm not going to hear the excuse of, oh, it's taking away his stamina on the other end. He should be in good enough shape to play both ends. What are we doing here? Like, I hate that mentality. I absolutely hate that mentality for sports fans. You guys are paying millions of dollars to play a game. If you're too tired to go and give it on both ends, that's just not for me. I work 50 hours a week on a computer. I know it's not the same thing, but I get paid far less money to do my job. So like this whole oh, they don't have the stamina, they don't have the energy to play both ends. Miss me with that. It's hogwash. It's BS. It's soft. The Pistons are supposed to be one of the grittiest teams in the league. I'm not listening to this. It's way too taxing to play both ends of the floor. No, that's bogus, and I hate that. But to close on a positive note, Jack, it's been great being back up here. I wish I could have been on more games down the stretch. Unfortunately, I was again dealing with health stuff and just had to focus on that. But it's great to come back on here, give a few rants again, like I love to do, and talk passionately about the team I love so much. Like I said, it's only up from here.
That's right, brother. That's right. Well, we got Lewis joining now. He's jumped on at the last minute. I was about to wrap up, but Cody, man, been awesome to have you back on here. People appreciate your honesty and the way you talk about things. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and hopefully we're chatting to you after Game 5.
All right, sounds good, man.
Gotcha. See you, bro. Bye. All right, Lewis has jumped in at the last moment. Here he is.
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
How are you? I'm good, man. I was wondering if you got my DM or not.
Yeah, my fault. I was a little busy, but seeing it, click the link. But I'm just glad to be able to just catch up with you. It's been a little while. Man, I mean, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was saying it's good to have you back up. missed you on the stream. I
Yeah.
think it's been like a month or something, I feel like.
Yeah, I've been busy, man. Been busy, but been enjoying the streak that the Pistons have been on. I mean, obviously down 3-1. We could very easily be up 3-1. So I think that's what's so frustrating is a couple of things fall our way and the series looks entirely different. But you guys already acknowledged the elephant in the room with the call. So I wanted to talk more about the team. I gotta agree with Cody, man, with Malik coming up small. In the playoffs when we did rely on him a lot, that was a big argument for why he was my sixth man. Is that the Celtics don't really need Pritchard to go off. The Pistons need every bit of Beasley's production off the bench to be, as good as we were in the season. So I agree with that.
No, I think Malik would. Yeah, I think what did Cody say? He's averaging like 9 points, maybe 10, and he's taken some tough threes, but he's also had, at least from the games I've watched, some pretty wide open looks, which Malik is normally. He's he's second in the league for 3-point makes. Like, it's crazy.
Yes.
I know he's probably had performance like this in the playoffs in the past where he's struggled, but I think if there was a season for him to break through in that regard, it was probably this one because he's been incredible. But yeah, they needed Malik's their second leading scorer. They needed him to be better. So hopefully he can take something from that fourth quarter where he hit a couple of big threes and take that into game 5. But you can see it when he's not hitting threes. That's when the offense just completely stagnates. And Cade, his turnovers haven't been great, but I want to say some of them have just been like him trying to really force stuff and have to over dribble in traffic. Like, it's just, if Malik's not hitting threes, it's a whole different looking team. It feels like.
Yeah, I have to agree, man. But there is more blame, I would say, to be kind of passed around. I don't want to, be too hard on Beasley, but it's just very glaring when those shots that could have put the nail in the coffin, kind of ripped their hearts out metaphorically, right? When we're up,
Yeah.
double digit points. We had chances to push it to a, 15, 18 point lead where, you can give your young team a little bit of comfort going into the fourth. We've had a hard time closing out these games. And, that's where you do see that inexperience kind of, they're a little tight, which is natural, but they just got to learn how to close. That's all. I think our slow starts have been kind of killer in these last couple games as well. I think that's a little bit on JB. I wish he would have made some adjustments personally, but I mean, the one that I would have done is basically just have Dennis start with Cade because I feel his defense against Brunson has been adequate. You don't need to lock him up, but he's going to get his regardless at this point, right? I think maybe Asar on the bench going against maybe the second unit, you can see him more on ball to kind of, bring out some of what we've seen in the regular season. Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
And then would you put Tim to the 3? Hardaway?
So, you know what? I mean, you would have to. You would have to for the spacing. Honestly, he's given us more of what I expected from Beasley than Beasley has. So yeah, I would have to have him undersized at the 3. He's played pretty good against. I mean, who is it? Mikal Bridges is their 3, I believe. He's been playing defense on him anyways in the series, so I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't be against it. But yeah, I like Dennis's defense on Brunson. He's been able to stay in front of him without fouling, but he brings what we sorely miss with Ivy. If Ivy's here, this series looks a lot different. So I would stagger those minutes similar to how. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I love that you're bringing up Dennis because he's probably someone we haven't spoken enough about on these streams. To be honest, I think he's his shooting percentages the whole time he's been with the Pistons probably haven't been great, but you just feel like when he has the ball, in the playoffs, I feel like I trust him, and I feel like you said,
Yeah.
defensively, he's done an awesome job on Brunson, like just making life tough for him. So I like that you brought him up.
Yeah, that would be my change if I was gonna make one, because we haven't really seen Asar's defense turn into fast break offense the way we did in the regular season. And at that point, I need someone that's gonna bring a little more offense, because now that's why you're seeing Cade get blitzed so
Yeah,
strongly. Every time he makes a move, he's seeing 2, 3 guys. Brunson in New York, they have the luxury of having nothing but shooters around him. That can also play some good defense. You got Mikal, that's a great 3-and-D player. OG has turned himself into a more than serviceable offensive threat, and he's got size. He's been on Cade all series. Cat, not
yeah.
a great defender. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna say
I thought you were gonna say
anything.
something. Oh, okay. So it looked
No,
like
you're
you
good.
were. I was just gonna say, Cat. He hit some killer shots, man, that just broke your heart. That 3 ball in particular really bothered me. Like, I just, from 30 feet out, man. I mean, you just hope the guy misses it. But I would say Duran should have been closer. But at the same time, I mean, it's a crazy shot, right? With time running down. So I'm not gonna beat up on Duran too much, but that weakness of guarding stretch fives it's reared its ugly head. I feel like in the first 2 games they didn't really capitalize on it the way they should have. And now you're seeing Cat be more aggressive, getting those shots up, even if it is taking a 30-footer, and
Yeah.
he's been knocked down. So I mean, it's worked for him, man.
Well,
But
that was the thing in game 2. Cat only had 10 points. I don't think he scored in the second half, and Brunson was just ISOing them out of the game. And Cat
yeah,
was literally, I was at that game, and he was just in the corner doing nothing. And like Knicks fans
yeah,
in the stands were going crazy, like, get Cat the ball. But Cat, to be
yeah,
honest, looked like he didn't want the ball either. But you're right. Like in game 3 and 4, he's been super aggressive. He even in game 3 made like one of those 30-footers. And Dr. D Roy, one more comment, my man, and I'm booting you the fuck out of here. But like Cat has been awesome, and same with like Brunson. Like I was sitting next to a Knicks fan, and like every Knicks fan in person has been awesome. I will say that. Like, but
yeah.
yeah.
They've
But
been
like
insufferable in the
Cat's
comments though.
online, bro. Online.
Oh
The
man, they've been
Brunson.
terrible.
Anyone? I mean, straight up, if you go to player avatar, yeah, I'm not going to say
Yeah,
anything, but yeah,
yeah,
it's a different story.
yeah,
So I'm just some frustration from the past 5 days, 5 games, man,
for
just come out
sure.
of me then, because yeah, but I think Cat's been
Yeah,
awesome in games 3 and 4, and yeah, like you were saying,
I,
it's
you
been a
got to give
problem.
him his credit, man. You do. You got to give him his credit. But they are a team that I feel like if you jump on them, I don't think they got the heart to come back the way we have. Like there's been times where we'll go on a bad run and it's like, man, game's over. And then, I come back in a few minutes and we're right back in it, just, down 3 or whatever. So we've fought all year. I'm not surprised about that with this team. Um, I just feel like we never really capitalized on those opportunities where we could have, put our foot on their throats. You know what I'm saying? Like we always let them just stay alive. When Brunson was out, Cat hit those 2 shots. I felt like that was a huge moment for them that kept them in it, just long enough. And then Brunson
Yeah.
came back and he hit all those shots. He didn't miss.
Oh
I
man,
think he made like
so
6 shots in a row, it felt like. So I
he's
give the
so
credit
good
where
at
credit's
like
due.
no, same. And like I was just like, he's so good at using angles, like using the backboard. Like, oh my god, some of those shots. I was just
Yeah.
like, you just can't be even too mad. You could be heartbroken, but you can't like. I couldn't hate on the guy because the
Yeah.
Pistons would make a tough shot, and then he would come right back down, floater off the glass, fade away off the glass, just like some crazy shot
Yeah.
making toward like at the end of the 4th.
Yeah, he kept the pressure on us, man. Every time we thought we were about to pull
Yeah,
away, he's just like, not so fast. But that's part of being a young team. They got to get used to these, situations where it's close and just learn how to finish. But if Ivy's here, if Stu's here, if we're just healthy, I really believe this is a whole different series. So that's why I can't be too down on the team right now. The fact that we're losing the last two games decided by 3 points, and that's while we're missing key contributors. And also having key contributors not play up to the standard that they did in the regular season. So, even Cade, I love Cade to death, but he's had games that he could have played better. So, and we're still in it every game. So, I just hope they can extend the series, get as many games under your belt as possible. Every game is, more experience for these guys. So, I love Asar too, but I think a lot of these guys' weaknesses have really shown in the series. So, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's part of the game. You get better year by year. So hopefully they take this. I think that we're gonna lose in 7. I would say. I'll say 7. I'm being honest. I think we'll lose in 7. I just want to see us get back to Detroit. I think like the Knicks have gotten lucky too many times. I think it's just a matter of time before something goes our way for once. But yeah, man, they just got to be smarter though. I think a lot of self-inflicted wounds could have been avoided. And Cat being in foul trouble, I think he had 4 fouls in like the start of the third, basically. Ended the game with 4 fouls, I believe. That can't happen. You got to attack the guy. You got to. I don't care if he blocks your shot, 2 times, 3 times in a row, you keep attacking him. You got to get that 5th foul, man. If you get that 5th foul, you probably don't see him do what he did. He stayed in rhythm. He was able to get his minutes. So that's another thing I would have did differently. I would have made that call to whoever's going at him, like go for something at the rim, force his hand, force him to try and stop you. But that's all though. Just a couple of little things. Just had to get that off my chest, man. But
No, for sure. It's there's been a lot of like painful like lessons in this series, or just like the things we've been concerned about during the season that the team kind of overcome when they were playing some really good defense, and probably some lesser opponents at times. Like I don't think any Pistons fan that's watched a lot of the seasons, apart from maybe Malik struggling to shoot, which is a bit of a big one. Apart from that, like I think we all kind of knew the issues that we're seeing, like the lack of secondary scorer, lack of honestly third scorer, even though Dennis has filled that role a little bit as a playmaker, like ball handler, but it's all like stretch bigs constantly being something that we struggle with, even though I think they've done an okay job, but it's overall, once we zoom out, once like the emotion of this series settles a little bit, and the season's officially done, whenever that might be, I think we're all like crazy over the moon with how good this season's been. Like,
yeah. We're playing with house money. At the end of the day, no one expected us to be here. Made the playoffs. We broke that losing drought, the losing streak drought in the playoffs, right? So they need to get that last one off their back so that next year they don't have any of that. No narratives, to worry about. Get that win in Game 6. Give the fans something to cheer for. But yeah, it's been a good series though so far, man. At least there's been no blowouts. I've been entertained, even though it's been frustrating at times. But again, you just got to put it in perspective, man. They have the more talented team, and then the refs are not allowing us to play physical the way we did in the regular season. I feel like the whistle's been better, but there's key moments that we just don't get it. That's all. Sometimes it's just the timing. It kind of goes back to what Cody was talking about with momentum, right? Sometimes that foul call can stop the bleeding just enough that we could weather that storm. But I don't know. It is what it is. We haven't gotten calls all year, so I wasn't expecting to get it now in the playoffs. It's just it is what it is.
Well, Lewis, my man, it's been awesome having you back up here. I've just had John and Austin join. So I've got about 10 minutes left, so we'll bring up
Oh
each of
yeah,
them for 5 minutes. But
for
Lewis,
sure,
bro,
for
it's been
sure.
awesome to have you on, man. Hopefully we can get you on after Game 5, maybe Game 6 and a Game 7. But if not,
It'll be dubs.
appreciate
2
you.
dubs coming up, man. Calling it now.
Yeah.
But yep. I'll see you
Let's
later,
go.
brother.
Appreciate you, man.
Peace.
Enjoy your Sunday. Bye. All right, we got John, first timer. What's going on, John?
Not much. I've been watching for a long time. I wrote you once. I'm out of Brooklyn. I'm in Brooklyn, so I'm in the
Oh, you're
epicenter
in
of
Brooklyn.
county. So
Well, how did you become a Pistons fan?
originally from Detroit, so I was a huge Pistons fan when I was young. Like I went to the Bad Boys. I saw like a bunch of finals games. I saw like a lot of legendary games back in the day. I was a massive, massive fan then. And
Amazing.
for years, and then I moved to New York, and I kind of like started hanging out with people who weren't big sports fans. They were kind of like snobbish. So
Yeah.
but then I got older, and I was like, fuck it, I enjoy this. Oh, pardon my language, but
You're good.
yeah,
You're
but
good, brother.
no, I enjoy this. I'm gonna enjoy this, So it's a big, I started watching Cade, and I was just like, this is like no one I've ever seen. The moment I saw him, I was just like, this is a special, special player. When I saw my rookie year, and I told no one believed, people didn't believe me, initially. I'm like, no, he's it, and I'm being proven right finally, But wow,
You certainly have.
it's amazing. It's everyone has so much to look forward to. No matter how the series turns out, man, we're set for the next decade as long as Kate stays healthy.
Well, that's right, isn't it? Like at the end of the day,
That's for
the Knicks might win this series, but like, we've got all our draft picks back. We've
so
got
cool.
4 or 5 young guys. We are so set up for so much sustained success.
And they're also just like not. I hate watching them play. Like the foul hunting, it just annoys me. Like
Who, Brunson?
Like that. Like, why would you want to watch a guy just flailing around getting foul calls? It's
crazy.
And oh man, I used to respect Brunson for the series. I really liked him, but after the series, I'm just like, and he goes to the locker room and comes back and then scores like 20 points. It's like, were you really sick? Were you really like hurt? Years and scores 20 points. It blows my mind. I don't know. Like that, this team it really gets on my nerves. That's
like
positive though. You should have rivalries. You should dislike teams. So
no,
I think it's part of the game. I feel like if that poll re-released, I think he and Tyrese Halliburton are like neck and neck for most like overrated player now. Man, did you see that? The poll.
Yeah, I did. I
love it.
I laughed when I saw Halliburton at the top.
I was thinking the same thing. Loved it. I love that Stu made it up to number 2 for player they would least like to fight because Stu is a tough dude, man. I mean, you've been right up close to him. I don't think you'd want to mess with him, huh?
Nah, bro. That man put his hands on my shoulders and nearly crushed.
He's your ally, though. I imagine, hanging out with him, he'd have your back in an alley,
Oh yeah, no, he would for sure. No, that's been one of the disappointing things, not being able to get to see him play, obviously in the series, but in person as well.
So much. It's really been a shame to me. It's not talked about enough how much they've missed him. I really feel like they'd be up 3-0 if they'd had Stu.
Yeah.
Part of the team, but you got to play with who you have. I really hope he's available for the next game.
I hope so as well.
Yeah, no, he means so much to that team, and it doesn't show up in the box score either. But anybody who knows basketball knows how great he is. I mean, if he played enough minutes, he'd be all defensive team. He just doesn't play the minutes,
Exactly, yeah.
By design too, because they wanted to get Duran enough reps to improve. They sacrificed games basically to get Duran enough reps so he'd improve. But he should have gotten more reps early on. But they were like, no, we want to improve Duran, But he's
exactly.
I mean, he's your favorite player. You know this. Great.
Yeah, no, I love Stu.
People talk about how he's not one of the corner dudes for the team. I think he's integral. I think he's the heart of the team, man. I hope they don't get rid of him at some point, like anytime soon at least, 'Cause I feel like he brings so much as far as like cohesive, he really brings the team together. They all love him and he loves them. And that's what makes
Well, that was Quentin Grimes was on a podcast. I can't remember exactly, but he was just saying how, I think you know what I'm talking about, when he got to Detroit, he's like, Beef Stew was like the nicest guy ever. He was constantly checking on him, being like, do you need any help? Like, he was the first guy to reach out immediately. So obviously there's a rep on Stew around like NBA social media, but I think anyone who knows him
doing
is
his
very
job.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm sure he's got a family. He's like a sweetheart,
Yeah.
People aren't, they're different when they're off the court, But I think a lot of these guys are like that. Dennis Rodman was like that back in the day. Like people thought Dennis Rodman was this crazy, like wacky, awful guy. He was the nicest human being. Early on, especially, he was so kind. I used to go get this autographed.
Yeah.
So nice to everybody. It was amazing.
Yeah.
People didn't realize it, and I used to tell people that, and they'd be amazed. I was like, no, he's just such a nice dude. Like he's a really, really kind man. He's been through a lot in his life, and he plays this role on the court. But now that's why I love the NBA for that reason. You just like these guys. Their characters really, really shine through. Football, you don't get
absolutely.
You don't get that kind of thing in football. You don't get to know the guys the way you do it in basketball. That's why I love basketball, though. You really get to know the guys, and I love the
absolutely.
You know how it is. This is a special team, man. I know they're down right now, but wow, I don't care. Like this has been a great year, and I feel very fortunate to have been a part. I watched almost every game. I caught on your podcast, helped me through so. God, last year was just abysmal.
Podcast, thank you.
Really rough times, and I really admired you for keeping going because it was such a difficult thing to do. I'm sure at times, I'm sure you
appreciate that, John.
The highest and whatnot, but you kept it up, and you're a testament to what hard work can do. And I hope to be able to talk to you at some point because I've been around this sordid industry for a long time. And, man, I think you got a lot of potential.
Thank you.
Doing this sort of thing, and you got something that most people don't. I hope you realize it because you can achieve a lot more than I think you realize at this. And I certainly hope you keep at it and do so because not everybody has it, man. Not everybody has it, but you have something.
Thank you.
There's a certain there's this spirit of inclusiveness, which I love about what you do. You make everybody feel.
Thank you.
That's so. I think that's so essential to the fan experience. But a lot of podcasters, they make it about themselves. With you make it about everyone. And that's a really special thing. Have you ever branched out into talking to players?
You're gonna make me cry, John. That's bro. Yeah. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry if I've missed your messages. I will. I'm going to go back to Instagram and find.
I know how it goes. You get a lot and whatnot. It's tough. And whatnot. But no, when I see someone doing something special, I like to let them know because I try to watch as many podcasts as possible for Pistons. But yours is the only one I really, really gravitate towards because I don't want. Disparage anybody, but yours is the one that really brings people together, and it doesn't revolve around you. It revolves around the. I love that. Maybe it's part of being Australian. I don't know. My sister was married. She's divorced now. She was married to an Australian man, and she is she'd make fun of the culture a bit, but it was actually funny. Her husband's dad was conservative, and he was retired. And he complained about. He called them the Dole Bludgers, I think. Was the name?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, people out of the beach all day, living off the government.
That's it.
We sit around them all day long.
Did not think Dole Bludgers would be coming up on this stream, but that's a very Australian thing.
Right.
John, I've just got Austin to come up next, but so I can't wait to have you on future streams, and we're gonna
Yeah,
chat offline. But
if you,
leave us with a final message.
you want to file a message?
Yeah,
I
I want some
mean,
of your amazing positivity for this team in game 5 and 6.
they're going to win game 5 because they just don't care. They're going to play it really hard, and they have nothing. They got nothing to prove. They've done plenty. They're going to win game 5. Game 6, I don't know, but I really believe like they're going to come out in game 5 and really, really hit the shots they should have hit in game 4. And they missed a ton of threes. So I think in game 5 they're going to come out and just play the way they should play. And they should, Malik hitting some threes, and I think they're going to win by a fair amount, hopefully. In game
Let's
6,
go.
3-1's tough to come back from, but you never know, man. You never know, and that's how I always look at it. And if there's ever been a team that had come back from that kind of deficit, it's a team like the Pistons because they just believe in themselves and they play for one.
It.
So, that's all you can hold out. You got to have hope, and no matter what, it's been
Absolutely.
a great. Thank you for making it such a great year. I really appreciate it. So
John, it's been
fun, man. Really, so much fun. So thank you.
I really appreciate you, John. Thank you for those kind words. You
Hope
seem like you have a very special vibe about you. So I can't wait to get you back on more streams, and we'll chat in DMs, my friend.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed your time in Detroit too.
I have.
All right, take care.
All right, take care, John. We'll chat soon, my friend. Thank you. Bye. All right, let's go to Austin. Lucky last. He's back.
I'm back, man.
What made you come back?
Man, just I feel like I was, I had some positivity there for a minute, but the one thing about these streams is being able to come up and kind of vent a little bit. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. It's
Definitely.
Definitely.
Let's get it.
I don't know, man. Today I wasn't able to follow the game 100%. We had a game today that I was working at, so I was just following it on my phone. And obviously the first half was kind of rough, and then they had that really good third quarter. But then, kind of once you get into that fourth, man, I don't know if the defense, if it was the defensive side or if the Knicks just really started making some crazy shots, man. But I don't know. It's tough to sit there and be have positivity about it when they had that 10-point lead and they were right there. And then, but I will say the good thing about this one, I don't think they fell apart in this game as much as the Knicks kind of just. I mean, those 2 shots that Karl Anthony Towns hit, those are one-of-one shots. He's not making those all the time. A step back from 38 feet. I mean, come on, man. The one from behind the backboard's crazy. Mikal Bridges not hitting anything all game. Hits 2 and you hate to say they got lucky, but they got lucky. And I said it the other night, refs don't win or lose games. That's a pretty bad non-call, but don't put yourself in the position for a ref to win you the game, basically. So, I don't know, man. It's tough because they play games like this when they can play so much better, and it's I feel like they are overall. I don't know. It's just the Knicks have better talent, but they don't seem like they're a better team. I don't know, that. It's kind of hard to explain, but the pit, they just seem so together, and when they have. It's just man, what's going through their heads right now, man? It's hard. And, but at the same time, again, to try to bring the positivity side back to it, we are putting up a fight against one of the better teams in the East, and definitely would not have ever thought we were going to be here at the beginning of this season. It was playing hopes, not even expectations. It was playing hopes at the beginning of the season. So, the fact that this is where they're at, 6th seed, really battling too. These aren't blowout games. I think that's as much as the losses hurt. The fact that they're not. I think I said this to somebody earlier. I'd rather them get blown out than losing games like this, but that's just not true. These are the games that make you love watching. It was a great NBA. Great basketball, and somebody said it earlier. I think like it might have been in the comments, but this is what regular season NBA games should be like. This isn't what it shouldn't just turn up because it's the playoffs. Like that's I think the hardest part is like games could be like this all the time, but it just turns up in the playoffs, which is good, but at the same time makes the regular season like it just shows how rough the regular season actually is. It's like, man, this is the
Yeah.
level of basketball you could be getting every single night. So I don't know.
It's exhausting watching it as a fan. Like
It is, man.
I'm
Like,
loving it, but I am like absolutely wrecked after these games.
yeah, like I said, I was at work today, and a couple of my coworkers they had the game on. I wasn't watching it. I was just following it on ESPN, and they ended up turning it on. And just literally turned it on right as Karl Anthony Towns hit that step back three, and I was like, "Don't talk to me! Don't talk to me!" They were like, "Are you okay? It's fine." I was like, "It's not fine. Please don't talk to me right now. Like, it's not okay." But no, in the grand scheme of things, right where we are, it's hard in the moment, but still love it. Still love the team.
Yeah.
Love everything they've given us this year. Like, it's hard to trade it for anything else. Like couldn't have expected this, and yeah, I don't know. It's just good vibes.
I have to ask you. I love what you said, but I have to ask you: was the first pitch better or worse than mine today?
There was a kid who threw one out today. His was pretty solid, but no, I'll say yours is not the worst I've seen this season. Some people have thrown it to the backstop, so you're fine there. You're fine. You made it to him, and it's fine. So, no worries on that one, my guy.
I was shattered you weren't there, but
yeah,
part of me is a little bit happy.
no, you're good. Yeah.
Oh man, but no, back to what you're saying about the team. Like,
Yeah. Sorry about my
it is
dog in the
frustrating.
background. She's got a squeaky toy back here, so she's chilling. But yeah.
You're good. I was just gonna say, like, what you're saying about don't let it come down to a ref's decision. Like, they were up 9 with like 6 minutes left or something, and like you said, just some turnovers and some crazy shot making from the Knicks, where it's just like, oh man. But
Yeah.
when you zoom out, it's all positive. I couldn't have expected this season.
Yeah.
It's been incredible to just be emotional during games. I remember saying to you early on, that was a positive for me. It's like, oh, I actually care about the outcomes.
Yeah.
Like, so, we've come a very long way in a short amount of time, which is awesome.
And for me personally, at least, the connection that I have of games against the Knicks was the first time we talked when they got blown out by 30 at home to the Knicks. So the fact that that was the first game that we talked about, and then these are the kind of games they're playing against the Knicks now, just show the growth in the season and, just how the team has really come together and can play together. And yeah, it's just been such an awesome season to watch, and the multiple seasons wrapped in one. You had the beginning of trying to learn how to win games, and then they were learning how to win games, but then it was learning how to beat teams. And I don't know, it just it's been good. It'll be a tough way to end if they lose 4-1 and all the games are super close like this, but if that's how it ends, and that's how it ends, and you move forward to next year and you build the team. And Riley, stop. You build the team in this summer, and you come back next year, with higher expectations, and the Knicks are gettable. The Knicks they were the 3 seed, right? Like you're playing this well against the 3 seed. A little bit of, and not saying that the team isn't where they need to be right now, but there are improvements that can be made in different areas. And you come back next year, that 3 seed is gettable, and maybe the Cavs don't have as good as a year. I mean, I feel like the Celtics are going to stay pretty consistent, but one of those 3 or 4 seeds is going to be available. You just get better next year. Asar has to work on his offense. He can't be taken out of games in the last 6 minutes because he's not great on offense. He has to work on that. He, as good as he is on defense, it just takes away from everything else. So, but I know you've been doing this for a while, so I'll just end with
Oh,
this.
you're good.
Like, I know I've seen a couple people just kind of talking, on Twitter and everything. Don't listen to none of that shit, man. Like, what you've been doing is awesome. Kind of like John was saying, like the fact that you kind of bring everybody else in the community together definitely is one of a kind, and it's great. So don't listen to any of that bullshit. People just get jealous when they don't get some of the opportunities. So all
Appreciate
major
you, brother.
props to you. Congrats on everything that you've been doing. So don't worry about none of that. You keep doing you, man. It's an awesome thing, and I know we have a pretty awesome community. Definitely enjoy the streams and everything. So yeah,
Appreciate you, man. Nah, like, and said to you in DMs
yeah,
privately,
for
like
sure, bro.
having you on the streams has been a highlight for me. Getting to know you and all the awesome stuff you're doing. It's like that's why I did this, because it's like I want to meet Pistons
Yeah,
fans and like getting to come on after these games with everyone and just talk it through, but literally just build so many friendships with you all, and even the
yeah,
people in the chat, like Pistons Next, some of the people that haven't come up on stage. Like it's just so good. I feel like I've just made so many new friends this season, and we've all
yeah,
got to like be on this roller coaster season together.
yeah.
So appreciate you,
Well,
man. A
it's
lot.
cool because thinking about it is like, oh man, like not that I like really know y'all, but like knowing you and you being from Australia, or like Tom, like just like people
Yeah,
all over the world, and it's like, man, people you would have never connected with at all. So yeah, man, just wanted to kind of say that like what you're doing is awesome, and I hope none of that gets to you, bro. Like, don't worry about none of
yeah.
that. So
Appreciate you, my guy. Seriously, means a lot.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, I'll let you go. Like I said, I know you've been doing this for a while now, so you go enjoy your night. We'll try to link up before you take off.
For
So
sure. Definitely,
yeah,
my man. Excited for that. And let's get a dub. Let's get a dub
yes,
Tuesday. Let's get a dub. Let's go.
absolutely. Game 5 is
All
easy
right.
dubs. That's what I'm saying. They're coming out hot.
Yes,
So
sir. Let's go, my
all right,
man.
man.
Enjoy the rest of your night, Austin, and we'll chat soon, brother.
Yeah, see ya.
Catch you. See you, man. All right, guys. I normally would love to go through some comments. I appreciate you, Devon. Pistons Next. Obviously, Devin came up on stream. All of you in here who've just contributed so much. I normally would love to go through, but we've got to wrap up this stream. But heartbreaking loss, but I know I feel a lot better after that. Thank you to all the Knicks fans for coming in here. Don't like any of you online, but all the Knicks fans in person have been incredible. So shout out to some of the Knicks fan base. But we got game 5. Let's get excited, Pistons fans. Can't wait to be chatting about hopefully a win come Tuesday night. But thank you to everyone for partaking in the stream. As always, go